Hello everyone. If you're watching this, you missed day 1 of our week 5 Foundations of Tech lecture. Let's get going. So as you hopefully know, we are in the midst of our energy unit. We're making some nice little electric motors. We will continue with that. Before we do though, real quick, some pleasantries to get out of the way. Grades are not looking so hot for some of you. Please, if you need help with any assignments, come meet with me. You can email me to set up an appointment anytime after school. I'm available most days. Come see me on Wednesday. My office hours are again the whole day, 9:30 a.m. until 3 p.m. You can meet with me at any point during that time period. If something is unclear, send me an email. If you just want a single question answered, I'm happy to do that for you. Assignment 4 was due last week. The deadline for it is March 10th. Assignment 5, same thing. The deadline for that one is March 15th. Assignment 1, its due deadline is tonight, March 1st. Although if you're watching this in the future, it's past its deadline. Please, if you're not doing well in the class, you can do something about it. But it's up to you. I can't do it for you. All right, with that out of the way, there is a video inside this PowerPoint that I highly recommend you watch. It is on the next slide. So I would highly recommend you navigate to our class here, click on modules, and click the slides and watch the video. It's very educational, highlights all the parts of the motor that we care about. Now, something I would like to highlight is in that video, we talk about several points that are important for us. So this is the completed project. You can see here, you can make it spin, and then it goes and goes and goes and goes and goes forever. Yours might not go forever, and that's okay. As long as you can get it to spin a little bit, I'll give you full credit. Now, the ring part, we're going to call that the coil, or you can also call that the armature. Now, on either side of our armature, we have, remember from last time, taken some time to shave off some of the enamel. We did it in a very specific way. We took all the enamel off of one side, so now it's nice and shiny all around. And we took just a little enamel off the other side. So now there's one single strip where the enamel is gone. So what that means is we have created what we would say is the equivalent to a commutator. Now in a real electric motor, a commutator is a ring that touches two brushes that alters the direction the current is going through the coil in. Now, in our case, we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to create a situation where first there is current, and then the current is interrupted because it hits the area with the enamel, and then the current resumes over and over and over again. And the cycle is going to make our motor, once again, spin, 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 spin. So, let's go ahead and see what we need to do next. We've already got our coil. Hopefully you guys have made this last time. If not, go watch that video from last week. We're going to need our little foam block. You're going to need your two small paper clips. Paper clip 1, paper clip 2, and you're going to need your battery as well as your magnets. Stick your magnets to the battery, that's where they'll live. And last but not least, you're going to need both of your rubber bands. These rubber bands in there. Oh, one more thing. We'll also need a little piece of tinfoil. That's in there as well. So what are we going to do? We're going to take our paper clip. We're going to try to make it be a straight line with a hook on the end. So take the outermost part, and bend it out like so. Now we want to continue. We're going to keep unraveling this paper clip. So unbend this bend here as well to create an even straighter line as desired with a little hook on the end. Now to finish it, we want to go ahead and take that hook and we're going to bend it backwards at about a 45-degree angle or so. So try to start your bend right where the hook ends. And the idea here is we want something to hold our coil in place, and we would like gravity to keep it there. So by having this hook facing that way, your coil isn't going to go anywhere as it spins. Now we want to do the same exact thing to our other paper clip. So do the same exact thing. Take your paper clip, unbend it, and bend it again. And it's not going to be perfectly straight, but get it as straight as you can. And then we're going to take this hook, and we're going to bend it down so that it's facing backwards to where it used to, like so. Now ideally, you want to make sure both of your paper clips have the same exact angle. So put them next to each other, and if one is more bent than the other, then you need to correct them so that they're the same. That's really important so that when we go to put our coil between them, it's not skewed one way or the other. That'll stop it from spinning as well. So that looks pretty good to me. Next, we're going to take our little piece of tinfoil here. You want to rip it in half. Take your half and fold it several times until you have a nice little square of tinfoil. The idea behind this is we're going to use this as a point of contact between our coil holding paper clip and the power source, the battery. Now you can do it without the tinfoil, but then your paper clip needs to touch exactly on the terminal, and that's kind of hard to set up. So because this tinfoil is highly conductive, you can use it to create a little terminal here around the base of your paper clip. And now as long as this tinfoil touches the battery, then we're good to go. So that makes it a lot easier to do the next step. So do the same thing on the other side. Take your tinfoil, fold it in half a bunch of times, and then we're going to wrap it around the base of our paper clip, creating a terminal, like so. There we go. Ta-da. All right, our next order of business. We're going to take our rubber band. We're going to put a twist in it. So simply take one end and twist it so that you have this figure 8. Grab the plus in one hand and grab the two ends that hang off of it in the other. You've doubled up your rubber band. Now it's twice as tight. We're going to do the following. We're going to take our block and we're going to put the rubber band around the thinner side of it, right in the center. This is going to hold our battery in place. Take your battery and stick it right underneath, like so. You can see my little magnets resting on top of here, and the idea is now the battery doesn't go anywhere. Now we are ready to proceed. We're going to take our little what used to be a paper clip. We're going to try to attach it either straight down or at a slight angle so that the coil, once we rest that inside this hook, stays there. Do not tilt it forward because then the coil will just fall out. You don't want that. And then you stick it right into the foam and try to line it up so that the tinfoil touches the end of your battery. Makes a nice connection. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Make sure both of your hooks are facing the same way. Do not face one the other direction. That would be no good. And again, try to make the same angle here. If you went straight up and down, then do the same thing here. If you did it at a slight angle, the way I just did, then replicate that angle. Now, in order to make sure that this thing stays together, we're going to use one more rubber band. Take your rubber band and once again double it up, put a twist in it, grab the center. Now it's nice and tight. We're going to place this rubber band right over top, going the other way around our battery, around the base of it, so that these paper clips are going to be held nice and tight to the terminals, and therefore they're going to conduct very well. So let's go ahead and do that. Now you want to make sure the rubber band is all the way to the base where you want it to be before you let go of it, so you don't end up messing up where your paper clips are. So this is ideal right here. You might have to mess with it just a little bit to get it in the right spot. And then you'll have to mess with the paper clip. So there is a lot of messing around here and fiddling and finagling and getting things exactly how you want them. So take your time and really figure out exactly where you want everything to be. And then once you got everything lined up, to get this to work, ideally, you need the space between your coil and your magnet to be as small as possible. So you're going to want to move your paper clips probably down a bunch. And again, try to keep them nice and level so that they're the same height. That way your coil doesn't end up skewing to one side and ruining its spin that way. So now I've gone too low, I believe, so I'll raise it up just a little bit maybe. Just about there. And looks like my paper clip actually needs to go back a little. So as you can see, there is a lot that goes into getting it just quite right. And then, again, you do not have to get yours as perfect as I have mine in the video that I've posted with the working one. So long as you can get some kind of motion out of it, I'll give you full credit. But the longer you mess with it, the better you can get it. So that's not bad. You can do even better than that, though. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please send me an email or stop by on Wednesday. And I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day.